Sam here? Good, we got a lot to discuss. There's a good chance Ruiz survived. Okay, but even if he dies, the Ruiz family is still gonna try to retaliate against us. So what I want you to do, Jason, I want you to make a move.
I'm done killing for you. I'm done, okay? I don't want any part of you or your business or your life.
I don't get what you're talking about. You just took out Ruiz and his family.
No, I did it out of reaction. I didn't do it for you. And that was the last time.
I tried to show Jason the good parts of his life, the reasons why he protected everyone, why we all love him, but he can't seem to connect to anything.
Oh, nobody can force you to feel what isn't there. Look, Sam, I don't want to lose Jason either. He's my brother. I love him. I need his advice now more than ever, but we can't make him stay in Port Charles if it's not what he wants.
I just don't know what to do anymore.
Except love him enough to let him go.
I don't think I can.
I'm the last one who should advise you on anything. But truthfully, if anyone can help Jason remember, it's going to be you.
You're right. You're right, Emily. I have to convince Jason that I can help him, and that's it.
Right? It works, yeah.
Don't worry about security. I don't remember anything I did for you, so there's nothing for me to tell.
That's not an issue. Sure, I trusted you with my business, but what we have goes way beyond that.
Yeah, I know. I know, we're supposed to be friends, but I'm not real clear how someone asks a friend to do the things I did for you. And apparently I was grateful for some reason.
You weren't somebody who watched my back or my family for a paycheck. You're like a brother to me. 10 years ago, you walked into my place of business.
Yeah, I know, I've heard it all.
But not from me. Whether you owe me or not, give me at least that. All those years ago, you came into my nightclub, and in the middle of the band's second set, you threw a fit, broke furniture, threw things. You pretty much had a meltdown.
Why?
Why? Because people were trying to force you to be someone you weren't.
Except for you.
Well, I related. I have a temper, and I'm not always what people expect me to be. And when I told you that I know what it feels like to get so angry you want to break something, you asked me if I was brain damaged too. Since then, that was it.
And then somehow, I became your hitman. See, that's the part I'm really having a hard time trying to understand.
You went from being alone to having a family. My youngest son, Morgan, is your godson, your namesake, and Michael worships the ground you walk on. And you are the only other person, aside from my sons, that Carly would throw herself in front of a train for if she was in the state of mind to make that decision.
I wish I could say that meant something to me.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm standing here trying to figure out myself how I'm going to tell Michael that you don't care about him anymore.
He seems like a good kid. Answer me one question. Did I enjoy my work?
You were great at it. The one thing you lost in the accident was fear. You were never scared, and I think the more you pushed the envelope, the more you needed to feel that adrenaline rush. First time you offered to pick up a gun for me, I tried really hard to talk you out of it, but you didn't want any part of it, so I respected your decision.
Yeah, a lot of people blame me for turning me into who I was.
Hey, you know what? Things were more complicated than that. I offered you a job as a courier so you can get your life together. My first wife had died. She was murdered. You didn't judge me. You stepped right into a vacuum and you did what had to be done. So, did I turn you into a killer? I don't know. That's something you're gonna have to figure out in your head. Maybe you will figure it out, or maybe it doesn't matter. But you're my brother. And I will respect whatever decision you make, including the one you're gonna make right now.
Thank you.
You need to get out of Port Charles. It's not safe for you here. If you want to live, you need to leave.
I'm not sure why, but I do want to live.
Good. So maybe you'll have a breakthrough, you'll remember, and then you'll know it's safe to come home. I just want to tell you, you can always come home. I saw Jason.
Just tell me you got through to him.
He's done with me, his job, all of it. I told him to leave town.
Sonny, how could you? No, I gotta stop.
No, wait a minute. Listen to me. Jason has to leave. You have to stay behind.
Would let Jason leave without me. His life is at stake. He could have a seizure or a brain aneurysm. What if he doesn't take his pills,
That's
Sonny?
not the only thing that can kill him, Sam. Jason's enemies, my enemies, are gunning down for him. You're just slowing down.
I've been through this. I've been on the run before. You know
From
that.
a cop, a lover, a con. These people are lethal. You'll be a distraction, and you're gonna get both of you killed.
No, I can protect him.
You think I want Jason to leave? I'd do anything to change what happened. Not just for me, but for Michael, for Emily, for Carly. She's unraveling before my eyes. I don't know what to do. I can't figure out what's going on. Usually she'd be able to turn to Jason, and he'd be able to figure it out.
Exactly. So why aren't you fighting for him?
Because I can't. He's got to fight for himself. He's got to make his own decisions.
He can't. Sonny, he is so lost. He needs me.
I understand how much this hurts you. I know what you've done for Jason, what he's done for you. But I'm telling you, you gotta let him go.
I can't. Sonny, I can't let him go.
You know, the people who cared about him most, you know what they did? They thought by shoving down his throat how much they loved him, that he would see the light. But he felt more damaged, more inadequate. This may be the hardest thing I ever have to ask you to do. But you need to back off him. And you need to leave him alone.
What if he decides to stay?
Then he's going to be tied down to a life he doesn't want, and you will just be a painful reminder of what he can't have.
You're still here. I talked to Sonny.
I have to leave.
I know. What matters most is that you're safe, and if I ever jeopardize that on any level, I would never be able to forgive myself.
I just, I don't want to go back to what I was. I just need to figure out who I want to be.
I know. And I know that whoever you find, he will be wonderful. He will be kind and loving and funny when he doesn't even know it.
You're not going to fight me?
I hate the idea of you going into the world without me, but I love you. And you need to decide for yourself I'm not gonna stand in your way.
Thank you.
But before you go, Jason, there is one thing that I want to say, okay? Don't worry, I haven't changed my mind. I wanted to thank you.
You don't.
No,
You don't have
Jason, this isn't for you. This is for me. I need you to hear this. And maybe someday this will be important to you. I want to thank you for giving me a life when the one I had, it was meaningless. And I know I already told you the big important stuff, like when my baby died and showing me how to love again and giving me a home. But there are some things that I forgot to say. Thank you for your patience. You may not remember this, but I have this tendency to just ramble. Like now, I guess. You just sort of let me talk until I figure it out, you know, whatever it is that I'm trying to say, but I guess what I'm trying to say is my life. It won't be the same without you. But because you once loved me, I think I can find the strength to be okay. And I will still hope every day that you will remember what we shared. And you'll want to come back to me, but if that day never comes, at least you'll have this memory. And you'll know what you meant to me.
Sam.
Jason, don't. Please. Unless the next words out of your mouth are I love you, I'm staying. I don't want to hear that. Don't forget your extra pills, okay? These are really important.